Hi guys, welcome back to the news. More heads may roll as investigators probe CBN NIRSAL. Hello my wonderful people, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you, my country people. You see, the probe into the Nigerian financial system is currently heating up. We know that a team of special investigators have been set up to probe the Central Bank of Nigeria and related entities. They are working to unravel a slew of crimes. Yes, my country people. And with the look of things, this may be one of the biggest financial fraud in the history of this country. And we know that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu had appointed a former chief executive of the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria and forensic auditor, Jim Obazi, and a special investigator of the CBN and other related entities in July. So it was gathered that this team of investigators, which include top Nigerian auditors and fraud detectives, they were mandated by the government, Tinubu, to probe the activities of the Apex Bank and related entities under the suspended governor Godwin Emefiele. Now, the special investigator appointed by President Bola Tinubu and his support team are set to probe officials involved in alleged sharp practice at the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) and related entities. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, after suspending the governor of the Apex Bank, Godwin Emefiele, appointed Jim Obazi as a special investigator to probe the activities of the CBN and other related entities. The president, in a letter dated July 28, said the appointment of Obazi, relying on the fundamental objectives outlined in Section 15(5) of the Nigerian Constitution, was in furtherance of his administration's anti-corruption fight. The Acting Inspector General of Police (IGP) Kayode Egbekotun on September 6th deployed a four-man team of senior officers to support the special investigator to probe the activities of the Apex Bank and related entities. The deployment was in response to a letter by Obazi dated August 18th, requesting the IGP to deploy senior officers to his office to facilitate the smooth takeoff and the execution of the assignment. And in response, the IGP, in a letter dated deployment of police personnel with its reference number, had listed the deployed officers. Now it was gathered that the preliminary findings, based on developed intelligence by the investigating team led by DCP Elo, are already causing sleepless nights to the top management at the CBN and NIRSAL. A source who spoke with Daily Trust revealed that the investigators would be digging into alleged allocation of about 600,000 monthly for the upkeep of the former MD's dogs. It was gathered that some close aides of the embattled ex-CBN governor and the officials of other affected entities are jitty on the crack team, as the crack team is set to start quizzing them over some contracts at the NIRSAL as well as the CBN's Anchor Borrowers Program soon. And among the contracts is that of the design, development and hosting of the Jigawa State Unemployed Graduate Database for NIRSAL, which was first awarded to a company Naspec Network Limited of number 20 Jalingo Shopping Complex, Jalingo, Taraba State. The contract award letter dated May 23, 2016 with the reference number MDPROC 013 was signed by the oust managing director of the NIRSAL, Aliyu Abdulhamid. It was said to have been re-awarded several times as a conduit. Now, my country people, these special investigators are also set to unravel how the anchor borrowers' funds were being kept as fixed deposits by parties close to the embattled CBN governor. This scheme was to allow parties involved to scoop the interest generated by these deposits, and this development led to a significant delay in the delivery of fertilizers and other inputs to farmers. And by the time the inputs were eventually supplied, the planting season would have been over, even as farmers were expected to pay for the unsupplied inputs. So the Anchors Borers Program guidelines speculates that upon harvest, benefiting farmers are to repay their loans with produce, which almost covers the loan principal and the interest, to anchor, to an anchor who pays the cash equivalent to the farmer's account. Another source revealed that among those involved in the fixed deposit racket is an aide of the ex-CBN governor, which their names have not been mentioned yet, who is said to have operated a total of 61 bank accounts that included 44 fixed deposit accounts and 2 treasury bills accounts. So according to Daily Trust, there are attempts by some officials targeted for investigation at the CBN and the NIRSAL to scuttle the process. This was said to have led to the alleged destruction of office files, contracts, documents, and related records. Sources familiar with the investigation said among the destroyed office documents is a contract of the development of the NIRSAL's ICT policy. An insider who spoke on the condition of anonymity said although financial trees show payments made multiple times for the same contract, now the record for this contract has just disappeared from the NIRSAL's procurement department mysteriously. Another source said that unless the investigation team deploys ways and means of obtaining the necessary contract records and documents, it may have hinges getting to the root of this matter. So it seems that almost everything centers on that document, but now that document is nowhere to be found. It has disappeared. The contract has disappeared. The document has disappeared. So they need that document to get to the root of this issue, but it is nowhere to be found all of a sudden. So my country people, the deal has been made. These guys are out to grill the CBN, those connected with the ex-CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. In fact, they are already setting moves down on how they would go about this. And it was learned that with investigation, they are already getting close on some of, those aides close to the embattled CBN governor, Godwin Emefiele. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this issue? Definitely more heads may roll as investigators probe CBN. Guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Thank you.